So guys really be in their 40s trying to like mess around with females and stuff. Sir, your life is literally about to be over. Please go ahead and settle down.
Men have realized settling down is a bad move financially and mentally. This is a classic case. After getting washed up in her mid to late 40s, she wants a 40-year-old man she can start a family with. It's over for you. You're 15 years late.
Where are the husbands? Serious question. Where are all of the husbands in this world? I am tired of dealing with men, for lack of a better word, that do not want to build homes or have wives or emotional stability. I don't want it. I would like a husband. I want to go home. Like, I want my coworkers to be like, oh, let's go here. And me be like, I can't. I gotta go home to my husband. I have to go home to my husband. Like, oh, who's gonna do this for you? My husband. My husband will do it for me. Where are they? Where are the men that like to work? Where are the men that like to fix things? Where are the men that like to nurture? Where are the men? Please.
We're at work, minding our business. You chased us away. You said you were strong and independent and didn't need no man. We heard you.
Where are the lover boys at? Where are the men who fall in love with loving their women the way I fall in love with loving a man? Where are the men who bring flowers without being asked, and text and FaceTime and want to hear about your day and maybe leave a note even? Where are you, lover boys?
Working 50-plus hours every week, going to the gym, staying home reading books and playing video games. Not worried about dating wish list with no reciprocity.
Okay, I have a question for single men in their 30s who have their lives together and just haven't found the one yet for some reason. So if I was a single lady in my 30s and I wanted to meet you, where would be the best place to go? Just asking for a friend. Please let me know in the comments. Thanks.
Men in their 30s are not looking for women in their 30s. Even when you women were younger, you never dated men your age. You wanted older men. You didn't choose us. Let these young women have their own fun too. That's how it has always been. It's over for you.
So I go out with my single friend, you know what I mean? Because most of them are single. And I'm observing when I go to the club, when I go out to bars, whatever I'm doing with my single friends. I'm seeing men not approach women, like, at all. Like, why not shoot your shot? Like, there's so many single people out here. Why not? I see people are in their little bubble and they stick to their little bubble. There is no men shooting the shot. Where is it? Back in the day, men would attempt. Now, I see nothing. A woman would be next to a man and nothing, no conversation. They're in a little bubble. What the fuck is it? Let me know.
Aren't single women the happiest demographic? What changed? Women being in a relationship with men would take their happiness away. We don't want that, so let women remain single and be happy.
As a society, we need to bring back men who simp and men who yearn. Like, my dad, every time I'm home, my dad is the OG simp and yearner for my mother, and honestly for his daughters. He does everything for us. This morning, I was just gonna run out and get a coffee, and he was like, oh, the windshields have ice on them. It frosted last night. Let me go take care of that for you. Goes, puts on a coat, puts on shoes, goes outside, warms up my car, moves it closer from the street, opens and closes the windows, everything, so that when I got in the car, it was good to go. He's the kind of husband who brings my mom a chai tea latte in bed every day because he gets up early and she sleeps in. And then he makes her a smoothie every single day. Like, he will drive me back to Chicago if I don't feel like renting a car. Like, they just don't breed them like this anymore. Like, men used to go to war, and now they go to shows and watch other boys push buttons on a little screen to make music.
Bring back men who will give everything they have and want nothing beyond my mere presence. Clown talk. I wonder if women's asses get jealous of the shit that comes out of women's mouths.
If you're between the ages of like 35 to like, I don't know, 40s, in your 40s, and you're single, stop scrolling. Is it just me, or is every man in their, I don't know, 40s that you're trying to date traumatized? I'm not out here trying to fix nobody. I already fixed myself. I feel like every guy that I've met or that I'm trying to date or that it's trying to, I don't know, get to know, has somehow been traumatized. Traumatized from their divorce, traumatized from their mommy issues, traumatized from I don't know what. But like, where are the good guys? Where are the guys that are like healed and normal and not bald? I don't know.
80% of the good guys are no longer interested in dating. The remaining 20% of the good guys are taken, and the women are not ready to let them go. The rest of you women either have to accept being on Chad's roster or settle for a cat.
I honestly just couldn't give two shits about dating anymore. I don't see the point in it. No one can be bothered to even do bare minimum these days. Or, you know, not even think to not go out on the piss the night before a date and get so hungover that they cancel an hour and a half before the date. And then don't tell me then that, oh, you really want to see me. Oh, you'd really love to see me. Give you another chance. How about no? If you really wanted to see me, you wouldn't have got so fucked up the night before that you couldn't even make it out of your stinking bed to come on a coffee date. Not even that extreme. You don't even have a car, so you were going to walk 10 minutes down the road from your house. I've made it so easy for you. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
Because by the time you're 30, you're not worth the effort most of the time. And with that nose ring, that most of the time turns to all the time real quick.
So no one ever talks about being 30 and single. I feel like with me, I think it's harder for me to date now because, you know, I don't want to like waste my time with somebody who's not going to like put in the same effort that I'm going to put in. So it's becoming a little bit more hard for me to go out on date. I mean, I don't want to be single my whole life, but, you know, I just struggle with it because a lot of the people nowadays, either male and females, you know, they're not always on the same page as you. And some of them, they just, you know, they just want to like mess around even though they're already old enough and, you know, they don't want to settle. And it's like, I think I'm just going to stay single forever then. Because, like, for myself, I am 30, single, never had kids, never been married. And I don't know if it's how long that's going to stay. Because deep down, I do want to date somebody, you know. I do want to be, you know, I want to have that opportunity, you know, and date someone and, you know, just give love an opportunity. But at the same time, I'm scared. Like, I want to, and then at the same time, I don't. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to stay forever. I don't want to stay single forever either. But it's just hard. It's complicated. The older you get, you set more boundaries. You are more selective in who you want to spend your time with. I don't know. I mean, I know I'm not the only one. I know there's people out there, you know, that they probably have similar mentality as mine. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I just wanted to talk on the camera, I guess. I don't know if I made any sense, but the point is, dating in your 30s is hard. That's it.
Why can't these women have the same mindset when they're in their mid-20s? It's always when they've hit the wall real hard that they begin to realize that they need to have some self-worth. It makes no sense to me.
Y'all, I just got home from dropping my car off to get serviced, and all I want to know is, where's my husband? When I say my chest hurts, I mean my chest hurts. Front and back brakes. Definitely well over the service limit. Should have got it done already. But where is my husband? I don't care what nobody says. Women were not created to deal with cars. I don't care how much of a boss I am. I don't care how much money I make. Baby, No, that is a man's world. That's why when y'all be talking about, I don't need no man, I be quiet. Because I don't feel like that. Thank you, Jesus. I can handle it. I work hard. But I don't want to handle it.
You don't need a husband. You need a mechanic for your car troubles. These women have reduced us to cheap labor. They only see us as tools to make their lives comfortable. Good to see a lot of men are waking up.
So I would love to get married again, but now it seems like men don't want to get married anymore. Like, why is this? Can't we just get a prenup and be happy and be married? I get it where there's so many people that just live together and they live a married life, but they don't actually get married. Are people at least getting rings still? So at least you can show like I'm taken when you're out and about if you don't want to get married. What is the real reason men don't want to get married anymore? Is it money? Is it they've already had half of their stuff taken from a divorce, so they're bitter? I'm really curious. I feel like the partnership that comes with marriage is just a little bit different than if you're just dating someone, because they can always cut bait and jump ship because there's nothing to lose. When you do have like skin in the game, I feel like people would be more apt to like work through challenges, try to figure it out to stay together, versus if you're never married, it's easier just to be like, okay, bye, and run away. But
If you scroll TikTok enough, you'll know why men refuse to get married. Being kicked out of your own house and kept from your kids by someone who convinced you they loved you. It isn't about being bitter. It's about not being able to fully trust someone. We no longer believe in the constitution of marriage.
You're responsible for modern women acting the way they do because you tolerate it. Next time you're fed up with the unrealistic expectations that women have nowadays, remember this video and remember that change happens when men say enough is enough. Women know there will always be simps to cater to them hand and foot, so why would you expect them to change their ways? So many men nowadays are listening to propaganda telling them to yield to women at all costs so they conform and tolerate disrespect from their partners. If you want to see change in women, stop being afraid to call out disrespectful behavior when you see it. Stop being afraid to set expectations in relationships, and stop thinking that finally acting like a man is what's going to make them leave. Sure, maybe your values will push some women away, but they'll make the right woman stay. I'm not afraid to stir the pot, so why are you?
Well, that's exactly why men are done and are choosing to stay single now.
This one's going to piss some people off, but you know what? It's the truth, so I'm going to say it anyway. I really think it's time that we retire this whole idea that women just want equality, because it's not the truth. At the end of the day, we do want preferential treatment. That would be more accurate. Men could probably respect that more than what we say. Let me explain. Believe her. Without a shadow of a doubt. We should believe the woman who says whatever she says, although we know, factually speaking, in many, many cases, these women are lying. They'll come up later and say that they lied after they've ruined men's lives, taken everything from their career, and sent them to prison. But where is the justice? Where are the lines, the droves of people, women who are saying persecute her because she lied and she hurt a man? They don't exist. You know, you say that you want equal rights to be in all of these spaces, but you don't. Is there a backup of a line in the sanitation department? Are there women trying to get into the dirty and hard, labor-intensive workforces that men are in? I've never seen it, never heard of it. It's not on the news. We're not fighting to get in those spaces. We want to be in a boardroom. We want to be in AC. We want to be in a nice suit. We want our hair done, our nails done, and to have a lot of respect because our title demands it. We want high pay. We don't care about being equal to men, not in all spaces. You know, and it's the same thing in pretty much every other area. With the law, we want the law to favor women, to continue to favor women who have babies, give you insane child support, although it does not take even half of what most of you are trying to get, and you don't care what happens to the man. Can he live? You don't care. None of these areas which were once areas that women did want equal rights, equal opportunities. It's not true today. It's 2024. Y'all are just running this in the ground and changing it into whatever suits your needs today. So let that go and be honest. Tell guys, we want preferential treatment. Drizzle drizzle doesn't have to be a life sentence. It just has to be that we become honest.
Absolutely, keep speaking the truth on this. Men have said this for so long, but we're just being called toxic for being masculine.
Women complain about men lusting after them, but then dress like they're trying to get attention. So make it make sense, girl. Make it make sense. But you know what? I'm about to say something that's going to make a lot of women uncomfortable. But someone needs to call this out because the reality is we can't have it both ways. We live in this culture where women are constantly complaining about how men objectify them and how tired they are of being looked at. And I get it. Unwanted attention can be uncomfortable and disrespectful. But then I see the same woman posting thirst traps, wearing barely anything, and dressing in ways that are clearly designed to get male attention. You're literally putting your body on display and then getting mad when men look. Where's the logic in that? And before you come at me saying I'm not doing it for male attention, I'm doing it for me, girl, let's be for real right now. Because I used to dress like that too, and I wanted to believe I was doing it for me. But really, at the end of the day, deep down, I was doing it for male attention. So, no, you are too. If you don't want to be objectified, then stop objectifying yourself. It's really that simple. It really is. But in all honesty, we need to take accountability for the energy we put out in the world. You can't dress for attention and then complain when you get it.
Attention can be addictive, and addicts make excuses for their addiction.
As a former member of the Dumb Bitch Committee, I just want to say if I knew then, before I started being sexually active, if I knew then what I knew now, I would have kept my anal cavity closed. I would have kept my mouth closed from giving fellatio. And I would have kept this vagina that I laid on the table to get closed. They always teach us that women need stability. They need a man who could provide. And this was a flaw. Because in hindsight, I would rather be with an addict who would risk his life for me and walk down the street holding my hand than a football player who gonna pay all my bills and would easily put out a hit on me and have me unalived if I said the wrong thing about him. Essential, expendable. When I was living in Africa, there was a girl that was unalived while she was 8 months pregnant because the man didn't want to be a father. He paid 8 million rand to have her unalived simply because he wasn't ready to be a father. Wanting stability from men over love and loyalty and protection and to be honored, that's a folly. And it's given these men the wrong idea. And that's why we got a coochie clutching misogynist in the highest office of the country. I would rather have a man who was autistic and neurodivergent as my partner who loved me and was willing to risk it all for me than have someone who had accolades and status who could have me come up missing effortlessly after he's given me everything. Look at how P. Diddy treated. I'm leaning towards asexual. I'm leaning towards demisexual. Cause y'all talking about getting money out of these men is the game, but it's not getting y'all ahead. Y'all not getting ahead. Y'all getting further and further behind. During the last administration, they overturned Roe versus Wade. During this administration, 300,000 black women have lost their jobs. It's time to go back to the drawing board and re-strategize, boo. It's not working, fat. Never had a woman as the Pope. Never had a woman as the president. They don't have to respect you to spend money on you. They spend money on hoes. They spend money at the strip club. I need loyalty, respect. I need you to honor and adore me. Just from the way that men were approaching me today, I have a feeling that their emotional intelligence is going to be on a severe decline during this administration. So until further notice, I am removing the for sale sign from the yard and the cookie jar is closed. Leylem Leyler Nation, purple ones, rise.
See, it's not about what they think they're bringing to the table, it's about treatment. And most women aren't treated right or how they want to be treated because they so easily lay down for chads and collect money and trauma.
So let me get this straight. A man can't text you guys, what are you doing, because you got $2,000-$3,000 worth of monthly bills? I don't think you're really out here looking for like a real man, like an alpha man, a king, somebody who can teach you, guide you, lead you, somebody that you can actually build a foundation with, you know, get some genuine chemistry going. Y'all not looking for that. Y'all are out here looking for somebody to help you. Y'all are out here looking for a sponsor, somebody to sponsor your lifestyle. Because I'm trying to understand, when did it become a man's responsibility to even give you anything during the dating phase? A man is not responsible for your monthly bills in the dating phase. You're not his woman. And what makes you think that a man does not have his own bills? His own responsibilities. That is why a lot of you ladies cannot enjoy the dating phase, because you are out here dating for all the wrong reasons. When you are dating somebody, it should really only be about just seeing if you and this person got a connection. Can we build together? Are we on the same page? Do we got the same beliefs, the same values? Something to go along those lines. But y'all get so frustrated. Well, he keep texting me what you doing, and he ain't asking me how much is my rent and my car note. That's not his problem. A real man is not getting ready to lead with his money. Only an insecure man lead with his money. There is some man that will give you money in the first couple of months, but that's a man that don't know himself. A man that knows himself, he's going to find that a turnoff that you're even asking him for money. Allow that man to give you that good gesture. A man that is genuinely interested in you, he's going to see any type of weight that he can lift off of you, so you wouldn't have to ask to begin with. But if you ladies are out here drowning in your own monthly bills like that, to the point where you frustrated and can't date somebody for the genuine reasons, then you shouldn't be dating. You need to go worry about your bills, get them situated, and then come back to the dating field, because your bills is nobody else's responsibility but your own. As long as a man is respecting you, making time for you, and he's showing you that he is consistently interested, that is all you should be asking for in the dating phase. Y'all got to stop this. Y'all begging way too much. That's dry begging. That's what that is.
That's why we refuse to date. Also, we refuse to pay for a woman. Survival at our expense? No, thank you.